DFCRadio.com.
Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me
Always
feel
loud,
high.
Jay, and so are you. Welcome. It's 5 o'clock. The kitchen is open. We got the chef's round table tonight. This is Farm to Table Cannabis. I am your Canna Chef's favorite cannabis chef. We got a big show lined up for you this evening, so sit back, relax. We got Chef Jay in the building himself.
What up?
Co-hosting for the evening. We got the wonderful ladies from Taboo Talks. We've got Chef Chelsea. We've got Jess, the first lady of cannabis herself. And Gina J, man, we're starting to see a lot of each other now.
Man, everywhere, every circle, man. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's
you ain't
it.
everywhere, you ain't moving.
It's all networking. It's all network. And then, guest of the evening, my guy here, just looking over here, just being all nonchalant, trying to not talking to the microphone. We got Mark, the publisher of Sensi Magazine Los Angeles.
What's up, everybody?
Big shout out to Sensi Magazine. Big shout out to all the magazine love in the studio today. They said Prince dead, you guys. What do you say about that? You better read about it. So we're here, Farm to Table Cannabis. This is the only show offering edible reviews, interviews with your top cannabis influencers, and we're here to talk about cannabis infusions and recipes. So sit back. We got your ear for the next hour, and we always like to start off the show with a little bit of news. It's our job to bring you, up to date on everything going on in the world of cannabis. So let's travel all around the country real quick and get going on. So AB 1356 would force California counties who voted for Prop 64 to allow cannabis retailers the number based on the number of liquor stores. This bill, like all cannabis legislation, it seems has its flaws, but we love the provision that the lawmakers who have approved X number of liquor stores within spitting distance of schools, parks, churches, and DMVs would now have to count them all up and divide by 4 and start writing cannabis license approvals right away. So it's just funny, because you see a lot of people up against the cannabis is like alcohol. And that it's going to be regulated as so. Well, if that was true, then this is a funny step in that direction when you see people going that far to politic for bills like that. So in staying in California, we're going to move on over this article from Eater. Smoking cannabis in West Hollywood just got a lot easier at the consumption lounges. So as cannabis consumption lounges make their way into West Hollywood this year, a new California State Assembly bill will ensure these businesses stay within the law. Assembly Bill 1465 will create a number of new regulations for cannabis consumption lounges that allow smoking, vaping, and eating as edibles. Current regulations of these type don't exist for businesses. And since Prop 64 passed, new regulations continue to filter from Sacramento to California cities as local governments adapt to legal cannabis and adult use. New bills and frequently introduced to address new innovations, business concerns, or issues within the cannabis industry. Richard Bloom is a Democratic Assemblyman from Santa Monica who introduced the bill in February in hopes of producing state regulations for cannabis consumption laws. Cities like West Hollywood have been flying blind with little or no guidance in the budding cannabis. All right, budding cannabis. Another pot pun. I'm done. Moving on. Like, I can only do so many pot puns during the news. All right. So state moves to legalize CBD to end confusion over state rules. San Francisco, this is from the Associated Press. CBD oil-infused gummy bears, lattes, and other foods, drinks, and dietary supplements are selling quickly, even though the U.S. government says they're illegal and local authorities have forced some retailers to pull products. The confusion has the nation's 2 largest states and others moving to legalize the cannabis compound that many see as beneficial to their health. Lawmakers in Texas and California are often in opposition, but they're both pushing bipartisan legislation to sidestep federal law and allow states to sell the compound found in hemp and marijuana. Republicans, Democrats came together on one there. California and Texas agreed on something. All right. We can do with that. And then big shout out to Guam, you guys. Guam legalized cannabis for recreational use. That's fucking cool. Hold it down, Guam. We see you out there. We see you. We see you doing your thing out there. And then that's the news, Saint. That's the world. I didn't get too political there. We just kept it brief and educational, and that's what you get farm to table cannabis. So we do have another guest this evening too, and this is a call-in guest from across the pond, you guys. We've got none other than Emmett from Cosmic Supper Club. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to play a quick commercial. And everyone who is on the phone line, sit tight because you're going to be able to win a magic butter machine just for hanging out and paying attention, all right? So we'll be back with Chef Jay. We've got Mark from Sensi Magazine Los Angeles, the girls from Taboo Talks, and Emmett from Cosmic Supper Club. Tune in, Farm to Table Cannabis, dfzradio.com.
Got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perp up in my cup. You can tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple Drake mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blunt. Purple drink in my cup, someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup, someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no doubt in between, and we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene, and we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G, either Maserati blue or the Lambo green, and that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street, either hating on you or they hating on me. And it's shaved up, raised up, drop it to the flow, got them blades that stay tough, and the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you can call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you can call it the trademark. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest, crank it on up. Down south, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up.
Yeah, ST, DJ Dale, Big Bell, Killer P, Chino with the OE. It's the ADX team. 462 Mob.
dfzradio.com.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
bring in the Riser Blast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9.
Okay, men. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement of your plant vigor in fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rhizoblast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
DFCRadio.com.
This a Young Ill production.
All right. We are back. Farm to Table Cannabis. We are already behind schedule, so I want to take a minute and introduce you guys to the next guest right out the rip. We have got all the way over from Ireland via phone call. We had to Skype, we had to FaceTime, then we had to merge the calls through Instagram on Facebook, and now here we have with none other than Emmett from Cosmic Supper Club. Yeah. Emmett, can you hear me?
Hey guys, what's the crack? I can hear you.
That's it. That's what's good, man. What's good with you? First of all, you know, this is a first-time appearance on Farm to Table Cannabis, so we're honored to have you. And for everyone out there at DFZ Radio Listener Land, why don't you introduce yourself and tell them about Cosmic Supper Club?
Hey, so I'm Emmett. I'm from Ireland. Was recently done a dinner with the Cosmic Supper Club in Barcelona for Cannabis Festival, and it was kind of paired with Terps Army. It was a cannabis club that's also located in Barcelona.
Now, Cosmic Supper Club does multiple events, right? Now, Cosmic Supper Club does multiple events throughout the UK, right?
No, so they do multiple events in California.
So the Cosmic Supper Club goes from California.
It's a Californian-based events company, and the owner of Terps Army in Barcelona was in contact with them quite regularly, going back and forth to California.
So what's it like bringing like the talent like that from the Terps and then the Cosmic Supper Club? When they tap you, that must be a big honor.
It was really, to be honest, because I had Lorenzo, the owner of Terps Army, had been kind of posting on Instagram that he was interested in doing something for Cannabis Festival, like some sort of a sesh. So I wrote to him saying that I'd be interested in doing a kind of a tasting menu for him and his friends if he was up for it.
Now, I
originally kind of started out to be like 10 people in his house, and it grew to him like getting in contact with the Cosmic Supper Club, and we ended up doing 40 people in an apartment just located in the Sagrada Familia.
So it's crazy how things take off now, because it really has, it's turned into a phenomenon. Now, did you have a background in cooking with cannabis, or is this something where you merged your classic skills with, I guess, what we're seeing is a sign of the times?
Yeah, to be honest, I've been cooking for the last 9 years now. I've been chefing in different restaurants, hotels, and kind of doing my own pop-ups and stuff as well, as much as possible. In the last year, I kind of started doing some events for friends and doing kind of parties outside the city and kind of overnight kind of things like dinner and breakfast the next morning and music in the evening time and bring your own beer, I suppose, that type of kind of stuff.
BYOB, BYO weed.
At the moment, so.
Yeah. So you're kind of a renegade. I'd say you're an outlaw, because where you're from, this isn't something that is, I guess, as widely accepted as it is in some of our medical states we have out here in the United States. But dude, you're laying the foundation for a lot of chefs out there. I mean, especially in Ireland and the United Kingdom. So I mean, we salute you for that, and we want to ask you a couple questions. So if someone's doing their own event with you, would you be sourcing your own ingredients? Are you? I mean, without, I guess, putting yourself in any harm's way, are you growing your own? Cough twice if.
Not at the moment. It's kind of people would kind of bring their own product like that, and then I'd be kind of infusing like a day before, and then like having the actual event, and then serving the food. Or people would be bringing their own stuff to kind of pair between each course.
That's fantastic. I see. So you bring your product to Emmett. Chef Emmett's going to cook that stuff in however, traditional style that you guys would like, and you can get medicated by hollering at the chef. So, Chef, this is your opportunity. Selfless promotion right now. Tell people where they can get a hold of you.
People, they can get a hold of me on Instagram. I'm Monster _ between the Munch and Monster.
There you go.
Also, I'd be available on Facebook, Emmett Curran.
I like your style, man. I feel like we would get along. Just the way he laughs at his own shit. I laugh at my own shit, too. I feel like me and you would get along like Bill and Ted and shit, bro.
I'd imagine so. Well,
I'm just realizing.
Tired from work and I'm kind of stoned as well. So.
Does Bill and Ted even make a reference to you? Like, was that popular? How old are you?
Not at all, but I can imagine.
That was an old Keanu Reeves first movie reference. But dude, so you're pretty young then, you said, right?
Yeah, I'm only 26.
Then this guy's getting his foot in the cannabis cooking industry at 26. Chef's over there rolling his eyes because he owned his own restaurant at 20 over here. But hey, go easy, Chef. But Chef, did you have any questions for awesome Emmett over there in Ireland doing his own cooking and laying the foundation, blazing the trail for the cannabis industry over in UK?
How was it getting the food when you were in Spain? Was it easy to get the good product you needed for the dinner?
Yeah, to be honest, I went to a lot of kind of the local markets and tried to kind of source as much organic stuff and kind of meats from the market as possible. So everything seemed to be pretty good quality.
How many courses did you guys do for that dinner in Spain?
I did 8 courses.
Nice.
And it would have been 7 courses, and the 8th course would have been like a selection of different Spanish meats and Italian cheeses and stuff like that. So
God, the ingredients they got to cook with over there, I'm jealous.
Barcelona's no joke, bro.
So was that your first time at Cannabis, Emmett? Chef, was that your first time?
It was kind of my first time. Well, I'd been over to Barcelona 3 times previous to different cannabis clubs there, and kind of I really took a liking to Terps Army. I'd been writing to Lorenzo for the last kind of year, trying to see if he'd be interested in doing like breakfast, brunch, and lunch daily in the cannabis club. And then between that and I suppose this opportunity with Cannabis, it kind of came to fruition that I ended up cooking for him kind of under different circumstances.
Yes,
it's pretty good.
That's what it is. There's no coincidences in this world. So were you classically trained, or how did you get into this cooking?
I've been doing it for the last 9 years. My father would be management of hotels, so I originally would have gotten experience when I was quite young, working as a commie chef and kitchen porter. And since then I've just kind of been working full time, looking for jobs myself, trying to kind of get experience in all areas in pastry and kind of doing the pass, running places, do pop-ups.
Chef Jay's got a question for you too.
Not to say no as much as possible.
How many, you said 9 years you've been cooking?
Yeah, for 9 years.
Anybody you get to train under?
Pardon?
Did you get to train under any chefs?
There wouldn't be anyone really that would be kind of well-renowned or famous in Ireland that I got to train under.
Give a shout out to your Yoda.
Thank you. I'm actually in contact with. Have you heard of Gastown Fire from Canada?
No, not particularly. But I mean, we're still sure that other people are talented other than us. So we definitely give credit where credit's due.
I'm currently organizing a dinner with him to do in Montreal in June, in a 420 friendly retreat in Tofino.
Very nice.
Damn, that sounds sexy.
Yeah. Well, if you're ever out here in LA,
no, that's the next thing. This is a formal invitation to you, Chef Emmett. We would love to have you and your culinary cooking skills out here in California, and host a dinner party and let you curate the whole thing. So let's make it happen. You're officially welcomed on Farm to Table Cannabis in person whenever it works for you. And a big thank you for blazing the trail for everyone out there in Ireland and doing a big thing for the UK cannabis chefs. So. Big ups for Farm to Table Cannabis style, and man, call in anytime. You're welcome. All right.
I definitely will. I'll get in contact with you about that.
Thank you, Chef. Be well, man. We wish you much success.
No, thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
Take care, bro.
Yeah, get some sleep. It's 1 a.m. over there, huh? What are you doing up this late?
I work tomorrow at fucking 10.
Oh shit! Take a dab, take a drink, and go to sleep. Thanks, brother. God bless.
I will. Take it easy. Have a good night.
All right. So we are back. Farm to Table Cannabis. And we get chefs from all over the world, guys. I mean, this is cool energy. Nothing makes me happier than to be able to bring talented people like that together and talk to all of us. I mean, shoot, me and Chelsea, first time we met was a competition, right? Like,
was that the one that I?
No. That.
Oh no, we did
You brought me here.
That's the first time I met Jay.
That's the first time I met Jay.
Yeah.
I judged you guys. Didn't you win? You beat.
No, I got People's Choice, and I got third place.
Who beat wasn't the Filipino boy there too?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Filipino
boy. Shout out to Chef Rudy.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Yes,
I love you, Jay. You're so funny.
Devin won. He was second, and I was third.
Didn't you win first?
Oh, yeah,
the funniest part about it, though, was Rudy after the end, because that was the second time in like 2 weeks that he had won second place. He was like, "I'm consistent." I will never fucking forget that. Sorry, guys.
No, you can cuss. We're safe. Right. Yeah. So, ladies, I'd like all of you to get your favorite cuss word out right now, starting with you, Gina J.
Oh shit! Fuck shit, motherfucker. I'm coming.
All right. Now, First Lady of Cannabis.
It's First Lady of the West Coast, but it's
Sorry.
fuck.
I'm an equal opportunist. I use them all pretty regularly, so I don't know. We'll hear them throughout the night, I'm sure.
But I mean, come on, the most fun one to say is fuck.
True. Oh, you didn't say C-U-N-T.
Oh,
that word is
can't
used
is the real
when...
C word.
I love Jess.
I didn't even have it to say it out loud in front of you, lovely ladies. So Taboo Talks in the building. Now, this is a wonderful event. This is a 6-part series where you guys educate women and everyone in general on cannabis. You touch some taboo topics, pregnancy, cannabis, racism, surrounding yourself with like-minded people. This is a unique situation. This is not something you can just go get at your regular old cannabis conference. So what inspired you to touch such a taboo topics, and who makes you the authority on these topics?
Well, first disclaimer: I am not the authority on these topics.
But you are
in
a woman.
any way.
So
I am a woman.
You're already one up on us.
Well, we make the people. But I, all of the people. But I definitely, we bring in a lot of different women to create this series. That's. The great thing about it is it's information from so many different women, so many different cultures, so many different backgrounds, so many different careers, and they're all giving their stories. We have our panel of 4 to 6 women who will go up and tell their stories. Our most recent one was on cannabis and sobriety, and we had women talking about their own personal stories of cannabis and utilizing it in their sobriety. We had veterans women, to kind of get back to your other initial question was I had attended another women's event and loved the celebration of women at it. And then we kind of expanded from there and ended up where we're at now. It's been a road of change and development and growth. And now we have a huge team of women and a great support system. And we're just freaking moving forward. And now we're going to Vegas.
Now, the venues, how do you choose what cities you guys are going to do this in? And some are more friendly than others. Will there be a southern tour?
Well, we've been approached to go a lot of different places already. In California, we have the luxury of consumption, adult recreational use consumption, so we do have that option here. However, that's not our focus. Our focus is the education and the network of women and the collaboration and everything else that we have behind it. we plan on going places that don't allow consumption, and consumption's not going to be part of the event. It's about the talks. It's about breaking the stigma. Exactly. It's about giving people a safe place to feel like they could talk about things or ask questions that they haven't had answers to. And
now, holy shit! Would you look at that big fucker over there,
oh,
Gina?
That's how Gina rolls.
Gina. Okay, so
Could you tell me about your background? Can I ask you a
yeah,
question?
go ahead.
Could you tell me about your background in cooking and also growing cannabis?
Well, I have been a chef for 15 years now. Up until about a year ago, or no, it's been over a year. It's been almost a year and a half. I was running a very large catering company in San Diego. I was their executive chef. A series of circumstances happened and ended up in the desert, and was asked to coordinate a large B2B convention for an organization similar to NCIA. We kind of expanded from there and then started incorporating my years of medicinal use and my husband's growing of cannabis for the last 8 or 9 years.
Shout out to the Southern Shatter Dabber.
The Golden Shatter Dabber.
I'll call him Southern. He's Southern now.
Thanks. And, I've been infusing butters and oils and different things for a lot of years, making infusions and baked goods, and also have a background in education. Nice. So that's kind of all what led me up to here.
So it all falls into place. No coincidence. Now, you surrounded yourself with talented people, bringing a lot of, it's weird working with women. I suppose there's a lot less egos. You get 4 of us in a room, we're butting heads and everything. So, I mean, let's
women
go.
are no different.
Yeah, let's go down the line here. Now, we have the First Lady of the West Coast. Now, let's go about a little bit on your background. You hold one of the very first genetic, patent genetics.
Yes, sir. I do.
Patented genetics.
Yes, I do.
That is a pretty big accomplishment right there. That's a feather in the cap for sure. So, I mean, what kind of bureaucracy did you have to jump through to get that done? But first of all, where did your the love for cannabis come from?
Man, the love of cannabis came from since I was in high school, junior high. More of depression. Being bipolar depression and having to be on pharmaceutical drugs really pushed me and aimed me to want to dabble in cannabis. And like I was telling the ladies, I was so stupid, I was so dumb, but at the end of the day, cannabis works.
We're told our whole life that what we want to medicate with in our own self-style of medicating is wrong. And we're told that, helping friends overcome their depression using cannabis is wrong. So, I say this all the time. A lot of people told you were wrong, but it sounds like they were wrong and maybe you was right.
Yeah.
So, one of the very first patented minority-owned genetic companies.
Yes.
Pop your collar one time for me.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
There we go. Because that's good. So what's your genetic?
My genetic is, I have 3 of them. Indica dominant, I have a hybrid dominant, and then I have a 50-50 hybrid. Right now, what I'm about to smoke is Black Girl Magic OG.
Ooh. What are we smoking on in this banana? The Gina rolled up.
Final Cookie OG.
Okay. And then that's not one of your strains. What's the other one of your strains?
First Lady of the West Coast Kush and December Nights OG.
Now, where you get these names? They sound very sentimental. Getting very specific in those namings.
Well, I'm First Lady of the West Coast. I always get told who validated me, so I make it clear God did. Man doesn't get to validate me.
I'll call her again, all right?
Yeah, then December Nights OG came from my godson. Shout out to my godson, Malik Javon. He wanted to name a strand line, so I let him name one. And then Black Girl Magic OG. I am a black woman, and I definitely think I'm magic. And
respect.
I think it's incredible to be able to name something after myself.
So you've empowered yourself, and cannabis has empowered your will to help others. Now, recreational, medical, where you see yourself going in 2019?
Medical, recreational. It's hard. Everybody's trying to go rec or starting out medical, and then it turns to a rec. So, all I can say to the rec is if you are medicating for self purposes, and nothing against, some people don't even know when they're medicating that is actually helping themselves. So
some people just grew up smoking weed their whole life and somehow avoided ADD.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But they didn't know, so we're giving the education.
Or have ADD and it helps them on that level as well.
Yeah. Right. So
sorry.
that's
well,
right.
I salute you for doing it farm to table cannabis style. Now you sourced your own genetics.
Yes.
Now this was a crossbreeding from years of seed hunting, or was this your personal strain passed down through the generations? It happens like that too.
Years of searching. I have some genetics that don't even exist or you can't get.
I'm gonna take this phone call right here and see what happens. We got a live call. Farm to Table Cannabis, you're live.
What's good? It's bad motherfucker Jay. What up, Hydro Chef?
What up, Jay? You call in at the perfect time, man. We have got some lovely, empowered ladies on the show tonight. Now,
yeah, man, I'm listening on the app.
That's right. That's right. So, you got a question for the girls over at Taboo Talks?
Yeah, what's up with hooking the Hydro Chef up with some of you guys as a geeker so I can run it this summer?
He wants some genetics to run this summer. He's asking for that winning ticket.
Hit me up at Herbalife Cultivation LLC on Instagram and let's talk about something.
Y'all would get along good. That's funny. Jay's a good he's a good motherfucker.
Can you get her Instagram for me? I'm rolling up right now.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you already. You already know. Yeah, Jay, we appreciate you calling in, man. And I'm gonna try this, Saint. Who's hooking you up with the best interviews every Wednesday night?
Hydro Chef. Hey, Chef, I'm not done, man.
All right. Oh, shit, he's not done. He's got a 2-part question.
Okay.
Yeah. What really got my attention is the fact that you got your genetics patented, and not only do you got your genetics patented, you know, you're a sister doing it, so salute to you. I thought that was really... that was an accomplishment. That's Black history right there. But moving on, I didn't know you were able to get your genetics patent. I thought they had to be on a federal level. They had to clear it. So I thought that was, maybe you could enlighten us about that a little bit if you didn't mind.
Go for it, yeah. It's a utility and a plant patent, and then I have an IP for it as well. It's not hard to get that. What was her name? Miss Sherry?
I'm not sure.
Just jumping through the hoops is really what they ask
what was
of
her
you.
Name that was speaking at the
Sharon Letts.
There is a company out there that I actually go through that does my IPs for my genotypes. So if anybody tried to take my strand line, and that's Philopsis, I always say it wrong. But when he plug you with my information, I'm gonna plug you exactly with what it is. But what they do is they take my stems and they go way back into times.
DNA.
DNA,
shit.
and they code it, and then I get a special coding for it. So if somebody wants to go back with my genetics, it's gonna be hard to do, and I'm gonna sue you.
What'd you say, Jay? You were about to say something funny. I think I heard a piece of it.
Right, what you gonna say,
I said Monsanto can't steal your genetics.
I knew it. He was gonna do
Monsanto
it.
Can't steal your
He couldn't
genetics.
help it. Monsanto gonna take everything.
Yeah, nah. I don't give out the full genetics. I'll probably get out like one genetic of it, but never the full.
I thought they were gonna, I thought they were already working on taking everything up off the market, honestly. So I thought that was really smart because that's one of the waves where it's gonna go is having your genetics. So that was
because a lot of people.
But not just having it, but owning the rights to your own stuff. It's cool if you want to be a breeder, you want to be a mad scientist. But did you cross your T's, dot the I's, and patent your own product? Which we'll talk about that in a minute with Chef Jay, which is exactly what we're going to be talking about. It's not easy bringing a cannabis product to market. It's even harder branding your own product and getting the rights to it. So. Yeah, that's what we like to do is we like to turn people on to the right way of doing things, the farm to table cannabis style. And so Jay, you keep on doing you, man. You got one more question?
Yeah, is she local? I know she's the West Coast queen. So is that operating out of LA or where are you operating out of?
Bay Area.
Oh, we got that 510 in the house.
East Oakland, California, baby. All day. You got it on me?
Okay. Well, I'll get your contact through the chef. I'm enjoying the show. Salute to you.
Thank you, King. You have a blessed night. And
much
keep
love,
up the good
Jay.
work on
Appreciate you. We're going to move on to Joe out here in Compton. Joe, what's up?
What's good?
Joe, you've been so patient. Thank you for holding. We got the Taboo Talks ladies. We've got the First Lady of the West Coast. We got Chef Jay.
Hey, Joe.
This is motherfucking Ja Rome, motherfucker.
Oh, Ja Rome, not Joe. We got Jerome, Jerome. We gotta do something.
On that last person's call with the plants, because I'm working with the only group in the United States building the only second research facility funded by the federal government or allowed by them, other than the University of Mississippi, where we're actually going into strains and genetically mapping out their DNA so that people can have proprietary strains.
Damn, so you were listening and this sparked a little
awesome.
message with you, huh? So
Well, no, we're already way ahead of that. So the thing is people have to realize these plants come from geographical origins all over the world that we can't necessarily claim that they're ours. So what it comes to is having, you know, proprietary strains later in the future from future crossing of certain genetics. And being able to test these genetics and rearrange the actual DNA to make it so that nobody can actually copy that genetic or go back into the strain and test for the DNA to make sure it is what it is. So,
exactly.
Just a small touch.
now, you were so patient. You've been on hold for a few minutes now. Let's
I was smoking a joint.
I know,
I'm
but
flipping
still,
burgers.
those Instagram police deleted our brother again. So go give Jerome a follow at You Know What's Good with a Z at the end and an underscore after it.
Hey, we ain't even worried about that, but I wanted to say what's good. You know, I'm trying to call in to get my free magical butter machine too. You know,
the floor is yours. We haven't got to that section of the show yet, but you always can call in. You can always call in. Much love to you, Jerome. So anytime you want to come over here and act a fool, we got you. So give a shout out to the lady at Taboo Talks.
Hey, you guys, just coming up next 420. Taylor Gang and myself will have an event on 420. I got a link in the bio. You guys can show up. It's a private event, so not everybody's going to be able to get a ticket for it, but shoot us a message. We might be able to get you in.
Thanks, Jerome. Keep
Very
on
nice.
killing it,
Keep
player.
it up.
Peace.
Hi, Jerome.
All right. So we're back. We got all the good callers today. Jerome. We got bad motherfucking Jay calling in. And you can call in and win a magic butter machine just for talking to the girls from Taboo Talks and giving a little talk with Chef Jay. So we're going to move on over here now. Jay, you got an event coming up.
Oh, yeah. We got that 8-course cannabis-infused event for 420 at a beautiful private location in Bel Air. And the food is actually... the food is actually costing us $6,000 to produce this menu for 24 people.
Wow. You do the math on that, bro. That's a couple $100 a head.
Okay. We're bringing in Japanese Wazuzaki beef from the Mazuzaki farm. We're bringing in Petrosian Paris, London caviar, lobsters from Maine, foie gras from Hudson Valley, New York. I got Santa Barbara spot prawns, and we're making a sauterne saffron sauce. Does anybody know what saffron is?
Holy shit, that's the most expensive spice in the history of humankind.
Do you know why it's the most expensive?
Because it's the stamen seeds of a flower, and it has to be hand-picked in certain areas of the world.
And there's only special women with these little hands that can pick it, actually. I'm not joking.
No, it's not.
Show me
It's
how,
very
Gina.
true. Well,
Gina, show me how
they
again.
utilize these women to do it, and it's generations of women that teach their daughters how to do it.
And
It's a very beautiful process, and there's a lot of nonprofits that support the saffron industry now. And
As long as
giving
it's
back.
sustainably sourced.
Absolutely.
We don't need blood saffron.
It takes 60.
No.
It takes 60,000 stamens to make 1 ounce of saffron. And I'm
but
making
it's so worth
I'm
it.
making the saffron sauterne sauce for the Santa Barbara spot prawns. I don't know if you guys know what sauterne wine is, but Chateau de Chem is the finest dessert wine in the world. It takes one vine in a vineyard of a botrytis-affected grape, which is when they grow it till it rots, and then they make this dessert wine. I have a bottle that I've been holding for 17 years. It costs $3,000 at an auction, and I'm donating it for the sauce.
Wow.
So I would highly suggest you guys, there's 4 seats left.
4 seats,
Get your
y'all.
ticket, Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, you can use the code VIP Sensi, all caps.
And you can get 2 for 1. It's $420 a person, and we'd love to have you at our event. It's going to be amazing, epic. The food is going down. Besides all the smokables, we're also launching my J Farms brand that night, and every course will be infused with cannabis, vapes. We got diamonds, Our hors d'oeuvres is the J Diamond Dab Bar, just to start you off.
Now, Jay, let's go over your strain now, because we talked a little bit about cannabis. Now, what strain are you so fond of and well known for?
Well, I actually won the Blazers Cup Best Pre-Roll. I beat 11 multi-million-dollar brands with my strain, and I'm actually in the process of doing what you did already.
We come from the black market.
I'm actually legal though now, so I'm Gucci. But my strain is actually being patented, and I'm gonna have this ready to go. This is my high octane, which is a Dosi mix with an SFV and something else which I won't mention, and it's so gassy and so tasty. And it's just become one of my pre-roll strains that everybody loves. And I also have the lemon candy jack and the blueberry muffin Girl Scout, which is very unique.
Is that the vape?
No, these are all the flowers match the pre-roll, match the vapes.
Okay.
They're all processed through the same, so that they all match, even to the diamonds. So we're very excited, and again, you guys. You really need to make it to this dinner because it's going to be pretty epic. It's going down.
No, I mean, Jay.
I know that's some epic dollars to go to.
Yeah, I mean, you happen to have 4 seats left.
Can we?
Just saying.
Can we talk about something for, other than the dinner for a minute?
Yes.
Would somebody hold up that beautiful humidor box that we have right there? Because
I'll grab it for you.
shit's about to go down.
Well, you know, we got a little special.
What we have here, and Chef, could you describe this to our listeners right now?
Yeah, we got a.
No, and Mark, why don't you just film that? You got the camera, you got it right there. Why don't you show them what this looks like? This is it.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey. All right. We got a 24 karat gold Johnny Walker Blue Label Scotch glazed brownie that is infused with cannabis. It's 100 milligrams. It comes with 2 J rolls, a Monte Cristo cigar, and a humidor. It's $1,000 for the set, and we can make it without cannabis, of course, if you want. It's all special, pre-order.
So that's a golden wrapped brownie.
Salted caramel. It's got a layer of salted caramel in the middle. It literally, each bite is $50, we say.
Whoa. That's so good to make you want to shake a baby.
Well, I mean, just saying, we're always doing fundraising, and we're going to be doing some silent auctions coming up for our Women's Speaker Series.
I would gladly donate. I would gladly donate.
We are
for that.
so grateful for that.
You reach out to me. You know how to reach me.
Absolutely.
So, Chef Jay, let's introduce everyone to not just your rolls, but we also have Baby Jay's Burger. So tell everyone about your passion. If you haven't eaten a Baby Jay's Burger, you're missing out. So let's talk about what inspired you to go with the gourmet hamburgers.
I just wanted to make something simple. Everything that we do is very, very simple, but we say it is, but it's very complex. 3-item menu, literally. Classic barbecue spicy. Everything made from scratch, fresh baked buns every day, meat from the butcher, and vegetables from a farm out of Ojai. And we actually got fried chicken as well that we incorporate. Yeah. Oh, you heard that right. We got that cluck burger. We're the home of the cluck burger. It's so clucking good. 2 meat patties and the fried chicken in the middle.
So we're showing the video right now of the spicy Bayou chicken. So you heard of Nashville hot chicken? Tell them about that Bayou spice
This is
chicken.
that Bayou hot chicken. By you for you. Well, actually, by us for you. But you know what I'm saying. It's a spicy Bayou chicken. It is literally... The flavors are so amazing. It's a fried crispy chicken breast dipped in the sauce. We say the hashtag is don't get lost in the sauce. It's got the honey drizzle with the ranch and the fresh baked potato bun. And it is, I made it for Mr. Hydroponic Chef today, came by early. He just happened to be in the neighborhood and we made him one. And he said, please don't speak to him for 5 minutes. He had to go in the other room.
I was in tears not because it was too spicy, but because I'd never had that much love put into a piece of fowl.
Oh,
that piece of fowl, man, that spicy honey glazed chicken.
And if you know, there's a place, I won't mention names, but we always say
you could stand in line for 30 minutes over there, or you could come to Jay's and get the shit really going down.
It's called Skip the Lines. Hashtag don't get lost in the sauce.
You see what I almost slipped and did there?
They good.
I also want to thank. We also want to thank very much Sensi Magazine and also definitely Lit Club for the house that we're
Shout
going to be
out.
doing the party on 420. And you know what? We're actually giving away 6 tickets just for free for you guys who call in tonight to come to the after party on 420. I was given permission from Mr. Mark, the publisher.
562-653-0707. You call in now. You can get tickets to the Sensi Magazine after party.
Ooh, on 420.
On 420.
He got 6 tickets left. He's giving them away.
It's going down.
that the one we got
562-653-0707.
I'm like, which
And so that
They
moves
got 2 tickets left.
that moves us on over to Mark. Now, Mark,
Let me give Mark the mic. It's Mark.
Sensi Magazine, man, you guys do a lot for the cannabis industry. A lot of people worry like that print isn't what it used to be. You see so many companies moving on to a media of social media of platform for TV. Tell me about Sensi Magazine. How come you guys have been able to hold on to this this wonderful platform for educating and promoting?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me, Chef Jay. I appreciate you bringing me on. I'm very excited to be here and to meet Hydro Chef. And I go on Vibe, and I think these 4 women across from me are pretty amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
So, yeah.
Good people get brought to good people. That's how it works. You're a magnet
That's what
for good
I
people,
believe.
bro.
Thanks, brother. Anyway, I would say that it's what we do on different levels that separates us. It's a city lifestyle magazine that's pro-cannabis, but we're bringing the community together. As much as people are in the magazine and it's being distributed and it's going to the right folks, it's really about the authenticity of the community that brings people back to what we do.
Now, keeping the culture alive. I mean, you guys' brand has been immersed in the culture, and I'm opening up the first page, and what the fuck is this?
Our
Who's
inside front
advertising in
cover.
here?
Inside front cover.
Chef Jay and Jay
Chef
Rolls.
Jay, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome to the recreational cannabis industry, Jay. Congratulations, bro.
Finally getting that license, and we're moving forward in a big way.
It's been a long time coming, from the black market to the gray market to the white market, and bro.
Is it license? See that number right
That's
there?
it. That means you're official like a referee's whistle.
That's
And we got on the ground
exciting.
here too, man. I met folks like Judd from Lit Club and Chef Jay and this amazing community that was already here. We started this in Denver in 2014, and I've been here about 2 years, sort of, getting to know those folks. So I love to meet new people and to add to that, and
Yeah, it's
to
no
see your
coincidence.
events, come to ours, and
No, you guys bring good people, come around good people.
Yeah.
Now,
And Mark is on the ground floor. He is at the events. He is there doing it, shaking your hand.
yeah, people sometimes say, "Are you going to be at the event?" And I'm like,
He's
"Are you
running
crazy?"
the freaking event.
Do people throw events and not show up?
so Sensi Magazine was
Started,
It's LA.
dude.
I know. I'm
Sensi
learning.
Magazine was started in Colorado.
2014, Colorado. Ron Kolb and Tay Darnell, 2 amazing people. Tyler and I were 2 of the founding publishers, and we've grown to about 110 pages in Denver, and we're growing in LA. We're in 8 cities right now. Vegas.
Wow.
We're in
Congratulations.
all over.
Amazing.
5 magazines. Lele, Dubois up in Emerald Triangle. Some amazing publishers. Liana is in Denver and just killing it. And what they're doing is not selling ads. They're really embracing communities and embracing brands. And every day I build value for brands. And,
If someone does want to advertise, how do they get hold of you guys to do something like that?
They can definitely hit me up if they want to talk about that, for sure. Everyone who advertises gets free tables at our events. Nobody pays for our events. We like to have something free instead of making money off folks. But they can hit me up at mark@sensimag.com. That's Mark with a K if you
And
want
so
to hit me up.
other than these awesome cannabis-themed dinner events, what other kind of events do you guys throw in LA and mixers to bring people together?
So a lot of people probably know Feel Good Distribution or don't, but Omer Sar, another great partner, we put on Sensi Nights, Nicole West and Inclusive. We see about
Shout out to Nicole West, one of the blazing the
she
trail.
lives across the street from me. Addison DeMiro lives to my right. Names
Nice.
you guys probably know.
That neighborhood has definitely got some
Come to Long
trailblazers in the
Beach,
cannabis
bro, and,
industry.
Advocates. Smoke
Advocates.
some Diamond Baron if you want.
Yeah, you
or
ain't,
don't.
You're not an advocate.
Or don't. It's all medical to me. We all believe it's medical use only. There is no recreational. It's all medical use. It's all medicine for everybody.
So working with that many brands and that many people in the industry, what's it like, trying to bring all that talent into one magazine?
It's amazing, man. I look for the right folks. Obviously, you're gonna find folks in the community that don't have the right intentions. So we sort through that.
It's easy to weed out the fuckboys.
Not so much all the
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say, not
Sometimes they
really.
get in, right? Like you gotta make sure you keep your circle tight and I've formed a great group with Omer, with Nicole, with Addison,
Chef
with Chef Jay, with Judd, with these people that have built value for each other, and they have the right intention. They're looking to do good things for the community. And we're doing this women's event on 4/19. It's the second quarter. Women of Sensi. You know, lots of people are doing women's events, but you know that's not something that's unique. But the way we're doing it, and the 20 amazing women we're bringing together on 4/19. It's at the Mass Roots House, Soham. Shout out to Soham.
Yeah.
And Isaac.
Gorgeous house.
Gorgeous house, the pool in the back.
I'm catering that night.
Baby J's will be there. Chef Millie of Rockstar Chefs. Thank you, Chef Millie. You're amazing. I'll give you a little shout out if you guys don't know who that is. We are at a chef's table.
Yeah. So there's so much trailblazing women in this industry, and you're talking about the feature of the Women Night, and I mean with you ladies here, like. I was laughing about it with my wife. Like, there are so many more women entrepreneurs in the cannabis industry right now, or maybe are they just better at promoting themselves? I don't know. What do you think the face of the industry is going to look like in a couple of years?
I think it's a very comfortable space for everyone. I think it's a burgeoning space, and you know, even though people have been working in California the longest, when was it legal on the med side? 1996, something like that. Yeah. It's been happening a long time. So there's trailblazers who want to be a part of it. This whole thing with becoming legal and all those folks being cut out, and there's a lot going on. So we want to support each other.
Absolutely.
All ships rise with the tide.
And with women in general in the cannabis space, this is the first time in history where we're coming in on the same level as men, and we're able to make the same salaries, come in with the same equity, with the same finances, with the same business backgrounds, and that is why women are coming to the table so much.
Bringing their own.
Exactly. We're coming in like, hey, we're here. We've got it.
A business. We have a group.
We've got this.
Yeah,
we
women
got
are amazing.
this, exactly.
You just need to say equal chance, just like everybody else.
Well,
and
we're also showing collaboration with everyone. We're bringing in businesses. It's not just like, oh, it's the girls' club. We're gonna come take over. We're like, let's all collaborate. Let's all build together. There's a space for everybody. This is a booming industry, and it's just all about collaboration over competition because there's space for everyone.
You surround yourself with talented people. Now, at each one of these talks, is it going to be a different one of you speaking, or who?
We have panels. Well, Gina, would you like to talk about this? She's our moderator. So
Hello, what's up?
Gina
What's going
J
on,
talk.
everybody? So yes, I am Gina J. Hello. If you guys don't know who I am, I don't think I can move this anymore. So
you're gonna have to stand up.
What up, everybody? I guess I'll stand up. It's not far. It's not too far. From me. Whatever. It's not
She's a little short.
You see, I didn't go too far from the table.
We didn't have to raise the mic.
I didn't want to say it.
Whatever. Forget everybody here that's tall. Anyway, so I am your panel moderator for Taboo Talks. I actually lead the ladies into conversation. Again, it's not your normal panel, so it's more like a girls' talk panel. Not a girls' talk, but I make it comfortable for girls to be able to share, to be able to heal that day. I'm really about, I guess, spiritual healing, and so even in the midst of it, I make sure the women are connected. I make sure we start with hugs and love. I don't know if anyone knows. I mean, because a lot of people don't touch, and a lot of people don't like. 9 times out of 10, we have girl cliques and stuff. And so in the beginning, a lot of girls might come in separately and not make that network. So if we're coming in close in a tight group of women, and when we're sitting, I want everyone to get up and have a heartfelt situation before we actually get started. So it's kind of like a love embracing before we start. I don't know if women are not comfortable with that, but get comfortable with that when you come to our shows, because we really have to have more heart chakra love touching going on. I think a lot of people don't hug, a lot of people don't touch, a lot of people, that's where we're really felt. That's when you're really having a heart-on-heart connection. So I like to lead the ladies into some heartfelt shit, I'm sorry, I do curse
she
a lot.
She creates a safe space for them to feel like they can ask questions and talk. And with each session, the panel changes, and she's able to create a connection each time with the women and
the panels change.
Yeah.
So if the panels change, the women change. So if the topics change, the women are going to change. So we actually even encourage women that come in to share their stories because they might be our next panelist.
Absolutely.
We never know what story. That's why I really want us to be able to embrace each other so we can share each other's stories, so we can heal amongst each other. And some woman's story might be referable for our next panel. And that's kind of how it goes about, depending on what city we go to for panel picking. I mean, it's just really on topic. So our next topic is mental health for the veterans woman.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a very heavy veteran focus.
Well, let's tackle a couple of taboo subjects. All right, let's go down the list. First things first. Women, cannabis, and pregnancy. Yes or no?
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Jess jumped in real quick there. Jess, introduce yourself. You've been quiet.
I'm Jess Jones, and I thought we were voting, and my vote is yes.
I did too, yes.
I mean,
Yes,
I think it depends on
absolutely.
each person. I think
Yeah,
that
for sure.
having had 3 children myself and been put on several medications during my pregnancies, it's a lot safer to medicate with cannabis. There's ways to medicate without smoking.
Yeah.
You can, heal yourself a lot throughout the pregnancy, and then, but again, I think it's everybody's own personal choice, but there is a definite medicinal benefit to it.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I said yes.
She said
like,
We're
yes,
yes
yes.
across the board.
Yes, across the board.
We support
okay,
our
so-
women.
All right. So, some of the other things. The first thing is sobriety. Women, you talk about that. Is cannabis consumption when you're trying to get over a hardcore drug? Is that an acceptable thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We teamed up with a rehab facility. It's a plant-assisted therapy facility out in Maine. They focus on using cannabis as an alternative for rehab. There's a lot of pills on the market that they put you on. That's just a synthetic legal form of the drug you just came off. So why not use RSO? Why not use other plants, not just cannabis, but other plants as well? I myself have utilized cannabis in my sobriety. You've heard my story, Devin. The last time I drank, I hauled a TV across my living room at my husband. So I no longer drink, and I'm 2 years sober now. He knows the whole story.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So,
on
I've
your
utilized
wicked mean
it.
pitch.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Of course, I'd pick up the TV. Not something small. But I've utilized it personally. I know a lot of other women who have as well. It's a medicinal thing. It's not about getting high. It's about medicating properly and healing yourself with this superfood of a plant. So,
All right. And then, sexism in the industry, racism in the industry. Ladies?
I'm going to let you guys go handle that topic. You were my panel.
So I don't know if many know, but I actually am a host. I host a lot of events. I've hosted from the Re-Up, Kush Stocks, High Lifes, you name it. I was on a show. I was a host on a show called The Roll Up Show. This year I actually stepped away to get into things that were more collateral in our business right now. So honestly, in the racism, I think we all are aware of what we're lacking in cannabis and its color. So it's
the groups that were arguably prosecuted the most during the drug war were minority groups.
Absolutely.
And it's been one of the hardest things to get into the cannabis industry when you have a prior.
Absolutely.
So
not even just priors.
Absolutely,
it has not just even just me as a woman. So I'll go into say as a woman, it's hard for me to get a job as a woman for hosting, in minority and what I am as a woman. So it's hard for me to compete with the Adam Ills and the like so the guys that we know or. What's his name? I can't even think half of them right now. But all these guys that I have to really combat against, these are the guys that are chosen all the time because why? What makes them more valuable than me? What education do they know higher than me? What makes them, if we go for resume, what makes them the high?
Is it a personality, really? Or is it, what do you know, right?
I think she's talking about chefs or cooks, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, he makes a good point there. There's a difference between some of these people out here who call themselves a chef and a cook, and that's the difference in some of these people that want to be in the cannabis industry.
No, they call themselves chefs. And
when they're actually a cook.
They're not even cooks. They're cookbook cooks, okay? They don't have training. They have no years of practice. None of them not one of them own a restaurant. I own 2. Thank you very much. Okay, and it's not about, I'm not even bragging about that.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying about being a chef.
Absolutely.
Running a business.
Well,
and supporting the people where chef, I got to give you a shout out. You really support the neighborhood. You opened up a neighborhood that a lot of people would have looked at and said, I'm going to pass on this. And you opened a gourmet hamburger shop and you've contributed to your neighborhood. Like, and I don't know if this was your neighborhood, but you definitely have a stake in it now. You know,
my neighborhood,
you
now
have
it is.
you have a stake in it. You know, and I mean that's that shit that we
wait
used
to support.
that we were cheering Nipsey Hussle on, right? And like this is the shit. If you're gonna talk about it,
a culture is a culture. You support it or you don't. You know, and so if you're not for it, step in. I mean, if you're for it, step in. If you're not, step the fuck out. And honestly, same thing with these collectives. Same thing. Are us women of color not admirable? Are we not sexy? Because 9 times out of 10, we're not serving you behind those counters. And I'm just keeping it 100. And so this is what we talk about in Taboo. And so we don't.
These ain't the easy subjects.
No, it's not.
This is the thing.
Really not.
But the conversation has to be started.
Absolutely.
You know, and I salute you, ladies and gentlemen, being comfortable enough to talk about that. And Farm to Table Cannabis, we'd like to put a platform for you guys to put that out there. So Taboo Talks.
And then I go beside color. We have the women that are not minority that feel like, why do they always have to get naked?
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm taking it out of color now. We're going to just the average woman, and she doesn't.
So
they don't
levels.
understand why do they have to be naked to sell.
Why do why do I need to send 2 photos to get a job as a bud tender?
Hello.
I'm not applying for any
level.
job that asks me for photos.
No.
I mean, and you go in there. I've gone into these dispensaries and you ask these people questions, and they don't even fucking know what products they stock. They don't know what to recommend.
Or what it is.
They just go by like, oh, this one's got a pretty packaging, or my friend likes this.
This is the sativa.
No, you know, like it's ridiculous. I think that instead of focusing on what people look like, we need to focus on the education. You need to take your bud tenders, educate them on what the products you carry are, what the brands that you service are, what people's ailments are. You know, fill out a freaking comment card that tells you this is my pain level, and there might not be an ailment. It might be recreational, completely recreational. And then you ask them, where are you going? You going to the beach? You want to be chill? Okay, I recommend this one. But you need to understand the product.
But that has to happen from the top down.
Absolutely.
We've got to have better. We've got to have better hiring managers. We've got to have more women in power positions at these dispensaries.
Oh, I know.
Absolutely. And they're coming.
It's just about offering that education, and you know, through the Taboo Talk series, we're going to expand past just the 6-part series that we're going to continue. But we're going to offer, you know, think tank dinners and educational classes, and you know, different things so that you can have those resources and that utilization without having to go to, you know, take a bud tender class down at the college that's not even going to necessarily give you the information. This is going to be a conversation with people that have been in the industry, growing, doing this, on the forefront of this since it was, you know, you were selling clones in the parking lot behind McDonald's, you know, like, come on now, you know, I'm like Elsinore, we're not going to go there.
So we're gonna,
allegedly going out
We're going
there.
to take this call, and then I want to come back and talk about what's in the swag bag at the Taboo Talk.
I have a gift for you.
Alex, you're on the air. Farm to Table Cannabis, calling from Palmdale. What is good, Alex?
Hey, what's going on? Everything's chill this afternoon for you guys?
Oh, yeah. We're having a good talk in here, good times, talking about some Taboo Talks, talking about some upcoming events with Chef Jay and Sensi Magazine. What do you got for us, brother?
You know what? I just dropped in on your live for the Hydroponic, Chef, and I heard you guys talking about the Sensi event, and I've actually gone to them. They're really, really chill and cool to go to. I mean, I did get a chance to go last year to the West Hollywood one. I heard you guys talking about it. And
that was the first one, brother. Thank you for coming out.
Tell you, you know, that event is pretty cool to go to.
Thank you.
I did it first.
Well, come to these next 2. Hit me up on Mark My Words with a Z 420 on Instagram, and I'll get you some tickets.
So look, we're gonna hook you up, Alex, for calling in. We got you a magic butter machine, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for listening and calling in, and you ain't have to pay nothing but attention today, brother.
All right, sounds good. Do I have to go pick that up, or can I get that sent to me?
Nah, we're gonna get it mailed out to you. But if you ever do make it over to the studio, we're gonna have a J Rolls ready for you too.
I got you some new. I got you our new
What?
vapes.
Actually, I listen to you guys all the time. I love your guys' show. Every single time that I call in, I never get a chance to get my prize, but it's not even about that. I just like hearing you guys. Can I give a shout out really quick?
This is for you. If you're watching online right now, this is for you. It'll be sitting here waiting for you,
I'm
bro.
actually on my phone, so I can't see it.
My brand new vape. You got the brand new.
You got the brand new vape pen from J Rolls.
J Vapes, baby, with the indica.
It's you guys can check me out. Glazed Apparel. Like I said, I've called you guys in the past.
Oh, you're glazed. Oh shit! Shout out to Glazed Apparel. Go give them a follow on Instagram. These guys got the dope slaps, the dope fucking graphics.
I think it was a tincture last time, but I never dropped by. But it's all good.
Well, you know what? Shoot us your address right now. We're sending this magic butter machine out for you with a J roll sitting in it.
Yeah. Sounds dope. Thank you guys.
You bet,
guys,
brother. Much respect, dude.
Keep it up.
Thanks for tuning in. All right.
That was a good one.
So, yeah, you guys, no coincidences. They call in. We got the good stuff.
You could have paid for that, Big Mark.
So, speaking of giveaways, what do you guys give away at these Taboo Talks? And let's talk about these gift bags.
This is one of our gift bags. We have a lot of amazing sponsors. Again, like I said, this is about the education. So we try to utilize some fun things and get a lot of educational information into our bags. So this last week's one has the Emerald magazine in it, where we have a almost centered full page ad on it. It's like pretty close to the center. I don't know. I think it might be centered. Full page ad that can gives you the information on how to contact us if you want to bring this to your city, because we are traveling with the series. As we said, our next stop is Vegas, Memorial Day weekend. So we also this time have, we have some stickers. We have some little treats from California Cloud Bakes for you, which is a great female-run edibles company out of... Ooh, that's right in front of your thing. Edibles company.
Any water?
Yes, we have a foot soak from the Hydration Mass, Cannabis with Cupcakes company. She's a big supporter of our brand and our thing and everything we're doing.
Cannabis Cupcakes?
Love her.
Cannabis with Cupcake.
We have a Canna Muddy CBD clay mask from Dabs of Love. She's all over Instagram. She has bath salts. A lot of the big influencers right now in cannabis follow her, a lot of the ladies. We also have, let's see, there's more in here. We have a little sample from Go Terpy, who's another awesome sponsor of ours. Some Million Bananas wraps that Gina is the first lady of the brand. I'm sure she could tell you about that a little bit in a minute. We've got the hydration mask, another one from Cannabis with Cupcake. We have Laced 420, which is also our caterer. They did a lot of the food this weekend. They did these amazing pancetta wrapped braised pears with a what was it, like a balsam? No, it was a, oh my goodness, it was what? No. It was really good. I can't remember what it was, but check them out. They're amazing. Plus, they do some really good infused foods. We also had Troche there. I don't know if you're familiar with Troche. Love them. Their scientists have backgrounds in big pharma with tons of patents. They've now moved over to the cannabis industry. They're doing these dissolvable tabs. They kind of look like Xanny bars. They're a little...
Take those before you go on the airplane.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Check them out.
So they're CBD tabs.
CBD and THC. They have different ones. Yes, and Dr. Kent is amazing, and he came out and he talked to our ladies at the last event. We also have... One of my favorite options, or one of my favorite gifts this time, was these little studded cannabis earrings. I can never pronounce the name of the company.
Shira.
Donated by Nashira.
Very Los Angeles.
Okay, and so you can find all of them on our Instagram page right now. But we brought this for you guys. These are for your wife, Devin. I know you might want to wear them, but they're for her.
To the baby.
Yes, as much as you'd like to wear the studded. Oh, and then we have these forbidden fruit. Edible, vegan. Well, do you want to tell about it? You know more about it than I do.
Sure.
Yes.
I give your gift bag 5 stars.
These fruit leathers are made by an Ocean Beach, San Diego company. They are all natural, gluten-free, vegan. They have cold water hash in them, and it's all vegetable. I mean, well, a little bit of vegetable, but mostly fruit puree and like spirulina, and each 10 milligram serving only has 1 gram of sugar. So if you're looking for medicine that's actually medicine, This is a good company to hit up. And,
Absolutely.
And you can DM me for more information about them. It's at mx.jessjones on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, I'm throwing our live everywhere.
So
Here, you want to take that?
So much good product.
Absolutely. A lot of support. Thank you.
The crazier
I've been
part
doing
is
this a long
tell
time.
them the ticket price. Tell them the ticket price, sister.
Our ticket price is
Bags come with this ticket.
Yes, our ticket price
No,
is
VIP,
$40.
How much?
$40 is our ticket price. It includes food, the panel, the gift bag, the education, and the networking experience of these amazing women who just have built this sisterhood around us. They are the biggest support, and I'm so grateful for all of them because this really is a movement of women supporting women in business and life, and breaking the stigmas. And it's going so much further than just these sessions. So.
All right. Yeah. Now, we're going to take one more caller, you guys. This is going to be Young Jim. Young Jim, where you calling from? Is this Young Jin or Young Jim?
Young Jin.
I had a feeling it was Jin. What's up, my dude?
What is up, brother?
Man, Mr. Phoenix himself, dude.
I know, man. I saw your fucking live pop on my phone. Now, shit, I gotta call
Mr. fucking Ninja?
Yep, that's it. The Photo Ninja, Phoenix CBD himself. Wow. So first of all, if you're not following Photo Ninja, you need to slap yourself.
Hey, buddy.
Second of all, dude, I mean, this is free airtime right now, bro. Talk about Phoenix CBD.
Sure. Well, I didn't expect to get a live interview here. But I want to say I'm so fucking excited to see Mr. J there.
Yeah, brother, you know
on
it.
there looking great on the camera. So,
shit.
thank you for bringing this to the people.
Number
one. Number two, I'm going to just jump right into it, not take your time. Phoenix CBD is a flower hemp company. We do all organically grown flowers, rich terpene profiles. It's all pesticide-free, mold-free, everything's lab-tested. And the beauty of it is that it all tests under 0.3% THC, so it's federally legal. You go to tryphoenix.com. It's F-E-N-I-X, and you can order, and it's totally legal. And
hey, also thank you for the shout out for J Rolls the other day. You were smoking one. I appreciate that.
And they fucking hate they hate on you so hard because you're trying to save the people. They don't want you to save the people. They don't want you to keep people medicated and having CBD. They've erased them like 3 times now.
Jeez.
This shit's unacceptable. So
absolutely.
I'm learning how to play the game better. So nothing but good things. I mean, today's just been a day of opening up new accounts in new states, and people are jumping on, and the community's been so supportive. So I can only be thankful right now.
Keep on killing it, Jen. I appreciate you calling in, my guy, for real. And again, you guys were out. This is selfless promotion. You guys were out at the event on Saturday for Cannabis Catered Events. We got Gina J in here too.
Thank you for that blueberry muffin, man.
Yeah, that blueberry muffin paired with the steak.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you up because my jar. I need some more in my jar. You know that thing. I just walked out. I didn't.
That part?
Go through the VIP bags. He mentioned something, but I didn't go through the bags. I just walk out. You go out. You don't go in there. Go. What do I got right now? You know?
Oh my gosh, that's so
Take
funny.
your stuff and go.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your product. It's actually amazing. Every what do you call it? Cultivar. It hits, man, for CBD. Shit, it hits. And, congratulations to you. You actually have something, brother. And we actually will make sure we let them know. Stop fucking with you guys. I just want to let you guys know, watch your fucking hashtags because that's what's going on. They're back on alert. And so with that being said, either...
No, I'm just using cannabis community in all my posts.
You know what, Jen? Let's go over this real quick because you're an educator and you're out there helping people promote. What is the do's and don'ts for social media advertising right now? What will get you shadow banned?
Oh, okay, for sure. So I'm a fucking expert at this. It can be the haters, and then it can just be the algorithm. So most definitely, anytime you use hashtags like cannabis community, and it's clearly not a community event or something like that, or there's smoking on there, they'll flag that shit. Most definitely nothing that solicits kind of a sale or looks like it's selling, or two people kind of exchanging it. My Instagram is just primarily a gallery now. I never solicit any sales. I never point them towards anything, even though it's completely legal. But yeah, I would say just start there.
That is
all about the
Instagram
verbiage.
101 with Jen, Photo Ninja, Phoenix CBD.
Join in the
Learn
panel.
about it. Normally, you got to pay $200 for that consultation. He just gave it to you for free on Farm to Table
Boom.
Cannabis.
Yeah, I'm gonna need half of that. I kicked that shit off.
Hey, Jen, appreciate what you're doing for the community, man. Go out there and keep on killing it, my brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on
Wait,
the
we're
show.
going to get you in the studio next time, all right?
Oh, that sounds dope. I'm down.
Fuck yeah. All right,
Later,
peace.
bro.
So, Jay, one more time. 420 is the event. Let's go down the menu.
Okay, we're starting with the Blackberry Veuve lemon thyme infused CBD and THC Dankade syrup. That's your champagne to start. It's serious.
That's just to get started.
Then you move on to the J Diamond Dab Lounge, and everyone's gonna get some dabs. We got 6 brand new rigs that we actually got to get. Don't forget, Mr. Sensi. Then
Listen up.
Then listen up. Then we're gonna move on to our first course, which is gonna be that lobster and foie gras and truffle with the lobster dashi. It's gonna be ridiculous. Lobsters from Maine, foie gras brought in from the Hudson Valley in New York. Trying to think. Next course is that Hawaiian bluefin ahi tuna with the Osetra caviar.
And now you pair the vodka and the essence of lemon with that. Now let's talk about like why such delicate.
When you eat caviar, you only want to drink champagne or vodka. That is the cleanliness and the cleanness, so you can actually still taste your caviar without messing it up.
We're drinking the Humboldt.
Yeah, we're drinking the Humboldt
Distillery.
Humboldt Distillery. Shout out! They're donating the vodka for our dinner.
Great brand.
Great brand. Very clean vodka. Very excited to add it into our course.
Now, what about the next course with the Japanese Miyazaki?
We're bringing that Miyazaki Wagyu beef in. It's $700 a pound.
Damn, what the hell?
For me to slice 3 slices per person, it costs $150 our cost.
Just the meat portion of the plate's $150
for 3 slices. I'm gonna cube it. I'm not sure yet. I gotta see when it comes in what it looks like. But we're very excited. But the main thing for that is the 3-day bone sauce that you saw cooking today. It's no joke. I got the 3-day bones cooking down.
Nice.
Then we're gonna do the remoulage. Then we're gonna do the black gold reduction.
Very nice.
It's gonna be with the distillate. It's serious.
And then
Don't cube
Santa
that
Barbara
meat. You better
spot
slice that
prawns.
thin on a bias and fan it out.
Oh yeah.
The saffron with the Santa
The
Barbara
saffron
spot
saw
prawns.
turn with this, but I'm using the Santa Barbara spot prawns are in season right now, and they are so sweet and delicious. I really looking forward to cooking those, and then we're gonna do the chocolate gold brownie for dessert.
And then the
Very
brownie.
nice.
Look at this brownie.
Everybody
one more
gets
time.
one.
Very nice.
Everyone gets
Little
one.
$50 bite.
We're gonna do 100.
Ooh, fancy,
It
fancy.
tastes as good as it looks.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I know a lot of your courses are probably all of them are paired with alcohol. Do you have options?
there's
Not
no
all
alcohol.
of them?
There's
It's
no
just
alcohol. It's all
okay.
paired with marijuana.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It's all cannabis infused. The only
Well,
alcohol
with
is when
the-
you first come in with to get a glass of champagne.
Okay, a very small
glass.
welcome
Yeah,
drink.
it's like 4 ounces.
Very nice. Okay, because I was just wondering if
No,
you
I
were
don't
using.
mix.
Well, yeah, if
We
you
only
if you
have-
were
we only
using
have
it for
1 ounce
anything.
of
That's the next
vodka,
question.
1 ounce of vodka to go with the caviar just to wash it down. Nice.
Yeah. Do you have another option for the
Water.
non-alcoholics?
Water.
Just water.
Water.
Okay,
'Cause
so
you want to keep everything. I want
Yeah.
you to taste the food.
Yes,
I want you to
absolutely.
taste this bluefin Hawaii tuna that I'm spending like
Monies.
$85 a pound.
Absolutely.
I want you to be able to taste that.
So
Yes.
one more time, guys, go to Eventbrite.
Yep.
This is going to be the Sensi magazine.
Chef J, Sensi
Chef
Magazine,
J
8-course.
on Eventbrite.
Yep.
You can use the checkout code VIP Sensi. You'll get the 2-for-1 special, guys. That's
You have
it.
to do it in all caps.
I don't know if it's case sensitive. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Figure
check
it out. It's VIP
We want you to
Sensi.
get that. We really like to bring in some other people that we don't know. We always like to have people that come to our events that we haven't met before that are really interested in the business and really like to have a new experience.
Absolutely.
We should add plates, four extra plates for these amazing women.
You just
kick me under the table.
$500 a plate. You girls just got in for $2,000.
I'm like, first of all, I have to order more steak, more lobsters.
We'll see what we can.
Next time we do it. Next time we do a dinner in Taboo's
I'm a giver.
honor.
I'm a giver. Don't worry.
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
What we'll do is we'll do a dinner with the girls. We'll have the speakers come prior. And we'll do a whole thing. With
There you
Sensi.
go. We're gonna do a vegan
Nice.
version.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a bunch of different stuff. I got a request when this menu went up to go to Hawaii and do the same
I
thing.
can do it
so.
in vegan,
Boom.
no problem.
Well, I
So-
mean,
so-
you know,
so
on an
now we-
outside of Taboo Talks level, I have no problem collaborating with you guys on any future dinners. I'm pretty good at what I do.
Always
so.
been fun. Always fun working with the Smith's catering team too.
It's fun.
So Sensi Magazine, big up to you guys for supporting the culture.
We appreciate you.
Jay, man, thanks for teaching me about cooking. Thanks for judging my food. Thanks for keeping me up on game with strains and the new diamonds and the sauce and the baller jars and the new J Roll vape pens. So, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Farm to table cannabis. You live it, man. You don't just talk about it. You live it.
Thank you, bro.
Gina, you tried my food. You didn't cuss me out. You came here. You hold it down. I salute you for what you do for the cannabis industry. Keep communicating.
Gina.
Keep educating.
Thank you so much, King. I appreciate you. Thank you for having us.
First lady, when am I going to get to try some of these strains?
We're going to all have a little session.
That's it. We're going to have a big old sesh here. So
Hell
thank you
yes.
for
Hell yeah, that black girl magic.
Thank you for blazing the trail for minorities in the cannabis industry and throwing it down and being one of the first genetic official companies. So respect. And Chef, what can I say? It's been too long. We need to get you in here again.
Absolutely.
All right?
A pleasure as always.
Jess, thank you for representing Taboo Talks.
No problem. My pleasure.
Keep educating people and spreading the word.
I definitely will.
Empowering them females.
No, I will.
Always.
And as always, Saint, thanks for making me sound good. You're the best sound man in the game.
All good.
Farm to Table Cannabis, DFZ Radio, every Wednesday, 5 o'clock. DFZradio.com.
Hydro make me feel high, feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high, feeling so high. Chefs in the kitchen.